Om. Om. Om Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahmavidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya. Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddhajnanayikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Om Samasta Brahma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Namaha. Om Shri Parabrahmane Namaha. Shruti Matre Namaha. Om Shri Vedavyasa Vaishampayane Agnivalkya Adya Shankaradi Samasta Gurubhyo Brahma Vidya Acharyebhyo Namaha. Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha. Today we will do our continuation of Narayana Upanishad chanting. Two portions are there, Jnana Sadhana Nirupanam and then Jnana Yajna. Then we will do our Taittiriya study. Before that, today being the first day of this year's Sharan Navaratri, let us invoke Mother's grace by doing this mantra japa for 27 times. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shri Matre Namaha. And what is the prayer? Prayer is, O Mother, bless us with the knowledge of the self, so that we are freed from the delusion of identifying with the not self and freed therefore from all the bondage of samsara. O Mother, how you do it is left to you. But see to it that I am freed from entire samsara born out of anatma dhyasa by establishing in the atma anubhuti. In this sankalpa, let us chant. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shri Matre Namaha. Just 27 times. These 9 days, every day we do it. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shri Matre Namaha. 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 Om Aim Hrim Shrim श्रीमात्रे नमः। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं 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 श्रीमात्रे नमः। ॐ श्री श्रुति उक्त परब्रह्मानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं महानारायण उपनिषदः पारायणं तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणं ज्ञानसाधन निरूपणम्। ॐ अथ ज्ञानसाधन निरूपणम्। ॐ प्राजापत्यो हारुणिः सुपर्णेय प्रजापतिं पितरमुपससार किं भगवन्तः परमं वदन्तीति तस्मै प्रोवाच। सत्येन वायुरावाति सत्येनादित्यो रोचते दिवि सत्यं वाचः प्रतिष्ठा सत्ये सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं तस्मात् सत्यं परमं वदन्ति तपसा देवा देवतामग्र आयन्तवसर्षयः सुवरन्वविन्दन् तपसा सवत्नान् प्रणुदामारातेस्तपसि सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं तस्मात् तपः परमं वदन्ति दमेन दान्ताः किल्बिषमवधून्वन्ति दमेन ब्रह्मचारिणः सुवर्गच्छन् दमो भूतानां दुराधर्षं दमे सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं तस्मात् दमः परमं वदन्ति शमेन शान्ताः शिवमाचरन्ति शमेन नाकं मुनयोन्वविन्दन् शमो भूतानां दुरादर्शन् शमे सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं तस्मात् शमः परमं वदन्ति दानं यज्ञानां वरोधं दक्षिणालोके धातारकं सर्वभूतान्युपजीवन्ति दानेनारातिरपानुदन्त दानेन द्विषन्तो मित्रा भवन्ति दाने सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं तस्मात् दानं परमं वदन्ति धर्मो विश्वस्य जगतः प्रतिष्ठा लोके धर्मिष्ठं प्रजा उपसर्पन्ति धर्मेण पापमपनुदति धर्मे सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं तस्मात् धर्मं परमं वदन्ति प्रजननं वै प्रतिष्ठा लोके साधु प्रजायास्तन्तुं तन्वानः पितॄणामनृणो भवति तदेव तस्या अनृणं तस्मात् प्रजननं परमं वदन्त्यग्नयो वै त्रयी विद्या देवयान पन्थागारः पत्यरुः पृथिवीरथन्तर मन्वाहार्यवचनम् यजुरन्तरिक्षं वामदेव्यमाहवनीयः साम सुवर्गो लोको बृहत्तस्मादग्नीन् परमं वदन्त्यग्निहोत्रगं सायं प्रातर्गृहाणां निष्कृतिस्विष्टगं सूतं यज्ञक्रतूनां प्रायणगं सुवर्गस्य लोकस्य ज्योतिस्तस्मात् अग्निहोत्रं परमं वदन्ति यज्ञ इति यज्ञेन हि देवा दिवङ्गता यज्ञेनासुरानपानुदन्त यज्ञेन द्विषन्तो मित्रा भवन्ति यज्ञे सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं तस्मात् यज्ञं परमं वदन्ति मानसं वै प्राजापत्यं पवित्रं मानसेन मनसा स्वादुपश्यति मानसा ऋषयः प्रजा असृजन्त मानसे सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं तस्मान्मानसं परमं वदन्ति न्यास इत्याहुर्मनीषिणो ब्रह्माणं ब्रह्मा विश्वः कतमः स्वयंभुः प्रजापतिः संवत्सर इति संवत्सरो सावादित्यो य एष आदित्ये पुरुषः स परमेष्टि ब्रह्मात्मा याभिरादित्यस्तपति रश्मिभिस्ताभिः पर्जन्यो वर्षति पर्जन्येनौषधि वनस्पतयः प्रजायन्त ओषधि वनस्पतिभिरन्नं भवत्यन्नेन प्राणाः प्राणैर्बलं बलेन तपस्तपसा श्रद्धा श्रद्धया मेधा मेधया मनीषा मनीषया मनो मनसा शान्तिः शान्त्या चित्तं चित्तेन स्मृतिः स्मृत्या स्मारः स्मारेण विज्ञानं विज्ञानेनात्मानं वेदयति तस्मादन्नं ददन् सर्वाण्येतानि ददात्यन्नात् प्राणा भवन्ति भूतानां प्राणैर्मनो मनसश्च विज्ञानं विज्ञानादानन्दो ब्रह्म योनिः स वा एष पुरुष पंचधा पंचात्मा येन सर्वमिदं प्रोतं पृथिवी चान्तरिक्षं च द्यौश्च दिशश्चावान्तर दिशाश्च स वै सर्वमिदं जगत्स स भूतकं स भव्यं जिज्ञासकृप्तरुतचारयिष्ठा श्रद्धा सत्यो महस्वान्दवसोपरिष्ठात् ज्ञात्वा तमेवं मनसा हृदा च भूयो न मृत्युमुपयाहि विद्वान् तस्मान्न्यासमेषां तपसामतिरिक्तमाहुर्वसुरण्वो विभूरसि प्राणे त्वमसि सन्धाता ब्रह्मन् त्वमसि विश्वदृक्तेजोदास्त्वमस्यग्निरसि वर्चोदास्त्वमसि सूर्यस्य द्युम्नोदास्त्वमसि चन्द्रमस उपयामगृहीतोऽसि ब्रह्मणे त्वामहस ओमित्यात्मानं युञ्जीतैतद्वै महोपनिषदम् देवानां गुह्यं य एवं वेद ब्रह्मणो महिमानमाप्नोति तस्मात् ब्रह्मणो महिमानमित्युपनिषत् ज्ञानयज्ञः तस्यैवं विदुषो यज्ञस्यात्मा यजमान श्रद्धापत्नी शरीरमिध्ममुरो वेदिर्लोमानि बर्हिर्वेदः शिखा हृदयं यूप काम आज्यं मन्युः पशुस्तपोऽग्निर्दमः शमयिता दक्षिणा वाग्धोता प्राण उद्गाता चक्षुरध्वर्युर्मनो ब्रह्मा श्रोत्रमग्निद्यावध्रियते सा दीक्षा यदश्नाति तद्धभिर्यत्पिबति तदस्य सोमपानं यद्रमते तदुपसदो यत्सञ्चरत्युपविशत्युत्तिष्ठते च स प्रवर्ग्यो यन्मुखं तदाहवनीयो याव्याहृतिराहुतिर्यदस्य विज्ञानं तज्जुहोति यत्सायं प्रातरत्ति तत्समिधं यत्प्रातर्मध्यं दिनगं सायं च तानि सवनानि ये अहोरात्रे ते दर्शपूर्णमासौ ये अर्धमासाश्च मासाश्च ते चातुर्मास्यानि य ऋतवस्ते पशुबन्धा ये संवत्सराश्च परिवत्सराश्च ते हर्गणाः सर्ववेदसंवा एतत्सत्रं यन्मरणं तदबभृत एतद्वै जरामर्यमग्निहोत्रकं सत्रं य एवं विद्वानुदगयने प्रमीयते देवानामेव महिमानं गत्वादित्यस्य सायुज्यं गच्छत्यतयो दक्षिणे प्रमीयते पितॄणामेव महिमानं गत्वा चन्द्रमसः सायुज्यगं स लोकतामाप्नोत्येतौ वै सूर्या चन्द्रमसोर्महिमानो ब्राह्मणो विद्वान् विजयति तस्मात् ब्रह्मणो महिमानमाप्नोति तस्मात् ब्रह्मणो महिमानम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 From tomorrow we'll chant Brihadaranyaka Upanishad in our chanting class. Om Atak Shri Krishna Yajurvedantargata Taittiriya Aranyakanthargata Taittiriya Upanishada Om Yasmat Jatam Jagat Sarvam Yasminneva Praniyate Yenedam Dharyate Chaiva Tasmai Jnanatmane Namaha Yairime Gurubhe Purvam Vadavakya Pramanatah व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते ओमथ प्रथमा शिक्षा वल्ली प्रथमोऽनुवागः शान्तिमन्त्रः प्रार्थनामन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ अथ एकादशोऽनुवाकः ॐ वेदमनोच्चाचार्योऽन्ते वासिनमनुशास्ते सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः आचार्याय प्रियं धनमाहृत्य प्रजातन्तुं मा व्यवच्छेत्सीः सत्यान्न प्रमदितव्यं धर्मान्न प्रमदितव्यं कुशलान्न प्रमदितव्यं भूत्यै न प्रमदितव्यं स्वाध्याय प्रवचनाभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं देवपितृकार्याभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव यान्यनवद्यानि कर्माणि तानि सेवितव्यानि नो इतराणि यान्यस्माकं सुचरितानि तानि त्वयोपास्यानि नो इतराणि एके चास्मच्छ्रेयागंसो ब्राह्मणाः तेषां त्वयासनेन प्रश्वसितव्यं श्रद्धया देयम् अश्रद्धया देयं श्रिया देयं ह्रिया देयं भिया देयं संविदा देयम् अत यदि ते कर्म विचिकित्सा वा वृत्तविचिकित्सा वा स्यात् ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः संहर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलोक्षा धर्मकामाः स्युः यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन् तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः अथाभ्याख्यातेषु ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः संहर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलोक्षा धर्मकामाः स्युः यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषद एतदनुशासनम् एवमुपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Saluting entire Gurus, Vedavyasa, Vaishnavayana, Yagnivalkya, Adya Shankara, Parabrahma, Shruti Mata, and our Gurus, and entire our lineage of Rishi Parampara. The two simple thoughts of the day are कि tomorrow my sadhana should happen very well. Keeping that in mind, today, if I conduct everything, today also is rightly utilized for sadhana and it helps for tomorrow also. To begin with, one can extend this key. Next week, my entire life and attention should be only for sadhana. So, for that, this entire week, I will plan work in such a way that this week also I am planning and preparing and doing good for sadhana. Next week also. Extend it for the month, extend it for the year, then extend it for the entire life. Next life of mine must be full only of Adhyatmic sadhana to get the Siddhi if in this life I don't achieve the final stage. But this life, my entire focus is in how best will be my next life as regards Adhyatmika sadhana is concerned. For that, what I have to do? This intellectual, continuous, constant application to think, to inquire, to understand, to practice is called conscious spiritual sadhana. This only will take us away from the world samsara and will take us near to the Paramatma or the truth. And if this exercise is not done, and if we are left, if we have left ourselves to not the intellect but the senses and mind, and it will have a continuous projection, imagination of millions of things as important, and in that only we continuously live like we live now even. Whole day, how spiritual I have to evolve on the basis of that. is not our thinking, planning, or living. Whole day, our thinking, planning, and living is of everything else what mind is projecting. In this regard, when we compare with Paramatma Jnanam and Moksha, in this regard, even Bhagavad Gita Vedas say that what is said in the Vedas called as Karma Kanda, which is so noble, so honest, the Agniyaga, which give us higher worlds of results, even they are also obstructions. In the most sacred way of spiritual sadhana, spiritually told or Veda told way also, if the gaining of the Swargadi, Uttamulokadi are said to be in obstructions, what to talk about our own minds, whims and fancies of this or the other world desires to fulfill which we are searching all the negative, non-positive means. Hope you are able to catch. As regard Paramatma Anubhuti is concerned, in that path, everything, anything is obstruction. We will be pulled into that if we are not in this way positively thinking about every day, every week, every month, every year, every life for the betterment of our spiritual evolution in the coming lives. If you don't plan for that, something else will be planned. And that plan is by the intellect under the guidance influence of the mind, under the influence of the senses, under the influence of our non-thinking regular habits. Once it becomes habit, you don't even think that it is correct or not, it is helpful or not, it is helping me to evolve or destroy. Even दिमाग भी नहीं लगाते अपन, एक बार आदत हो गया, and we are majboor because of many worldly आदत. All this happens if this positive is not done. This is first thought. Think, it's a big subject, it can be developed for a lot of time, but every day I am thinking of next day. आज क्या करूं ताकि कल के दिन health is good. It is not going to disturb my sadhana. Mind is fresh, that it is neither lazy or agitated. Time is not given for anything unnecessarily. See, for tomorrow. These are all things to be avoided. Then tomorrow, this 1 hour for this study, this 1 hour for this upasana, japa. See, देखो कितना अचीव कर पाएंगे कल, कल का दिन पता चलेगा. But if the initiative itself is not done, कि by God's grace, if I live one more day, what I should do clearly, if this thinking of the intellect is not introduced, then our Purushartha we are not doing. Doesn't mean that because just we think we are able to do everything. That will happen when we have developed our Sankalpa Bala so strong in many lives of evolution. Same time, we have zerofied our vasanas. That we know. But at our own level, whatever little we should do with our intellect to plan today in such a way that tomorrow will be more productive for sadhana. If we do that, it's a good beginning and continue. If that beginning is not done, we are always in the non spiritual path only, binding us. That's it. This is thought one today. What I have to reach to next life. I mean, in the next life, you have to be a better sadhaka. How I have to prepare in this life. Which are the things to which I have to put swasti. Swasti matlab namaskar. Chhod di. Which are the things I have to involve, which I am not able to do this life. उसको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हमको entertain करना है. Like I must surrender to Guru. I must do seva to the Guru. I must invoke his goodwill for me so that he uses his tapashakti while teaching on me so that I am able to easily conquer my negativities or my delusions or misunderstandings. Like that. So too, I must involve in my Ishtadeva puja so much that he is forced to bless me to give me jnanam and mukti. So too, I must be more deep in my knowledge of the Shastra. For that, I have to study. So, इस तरह के all the thoughts have to go on involving in this life where I am forced by prarabdha that I am not able to do sadhanas more seriously. It is for life to life, it is also for day to day. Better is tomorrow is should be better than today. Like that. Okay. Then the thought too is very important is whether I am a speaker speaking on Upanishads, you are listening as listeners. But are we, whatever we are teaching or studying, are we seeing all these things in our own life, or we are mere becoming mechanical speakers and listeners? Is speaking and listening coming from the heart and going to heart, or coming from the mouth and going only to the ears? This is more crucial thought than even Upanishad mantras. How? What is the meaning of this question? Is beyond the class, before the class, how much my mind is about the theme which I am studying in the class, and how much my mind is about anything other than it. That shows or proves that I am coming to class as a speaker or listener only to speak and listen, or really I mean business in this. Generally, if you see, the moment class is over, our mind is totally forgotten about this. Everything important. See, there are some duties, something you have to do for your survival. But baki time, baki man ka attention. That means what? I am not taking the speaking of my own speech to my own self. Then listeners also not taking that listening to themselves. Then in this way, if I don't take it to my own heart, my speech, you yourself not taking the listening to your heart, how many lives it will take for us to transform ourselves? In number of lives, still we will not transform. Why? Because we are not taking into heart only. From this standpoint, it is said, Nayamatma pravasanena labhyaha. Why it is said that Atma is not available just by mere pravachana giving or pravachana listening. Any number of years we do, but if I am not taking any sentence said here to myself, even while chanting Shanno Mitra Sham Varunaha, am I remembering Mitra and Varuna at that time and asking them to give the Sham? If done, then the mantra chanting has become fruitful. I chanted with mouth, but my mind was not there, intellect was not there, remembrance of Mitra Varuna is not there, praying to them to give Sham is not there. I what did I do at that time? Then only like a tota I chanted. This is what is called the maturity we have to have. Am I taking these things to my own heart? And how do we do that? Again, it's back to the main point. Am I realizing that I am bound as a jiva to the samsara through the upadhi? Am I clear about it? And am I clear that by detaching from the upadhi and jiva bhava, only I can enter into atma anubhava, which alone gives me mukti? This basic knowledge, if it is not very deep, all other our sadhanas will not be deep. They'll be only superficial for every one of us, any one of us. And there is no other way than rectifying it here itself. Let us not dundo for other alternatives. That's another mistake. मेन चीज को करना छोड़कर अब अल्टरनेटिव जब तक ढूंढते जाओगे तो इट्स लाइक बीटिंग अराउंड द बुश ओनली groping in darkness. I have to be present while I am speaking to my own self that what I am speaking is for myself. So to the listeners. So to every sadhana I do, I have to involve myself in doing that sadhana. Again, that's the danger in the mind. After 2-3 days of sadhana, it becomes mechanical. Like in any of the newly started hotels or shops. हो सकता है, if I am wrong, correct me. First 1 month, they do everything so wonderful. Slowly it starts becoming routine. Right from the boss to the subordinate, they start taking it for granted. And the initial days charm, whatever was there, is not. That is how the mind works. And our effort is to keep up that freshness, alertness throughout life till Paramatma is gained. We have to be very alert about this point. And the big question we have to ask is, with my speaking to you, how much I am improving? In my depth of understanding, conviction, urgent urgency to know the self. So to every audience, every seeker. So the two thoughts today are these two. Tomorrow my sadhana should be better than today. For that, what I have to do today. So tomorrow health should be good. So what I should eat, I should not eat. Mind should be fresh. How much time I have to sleep or not, and how much I have to involve with the people in fighting or getting attached. In this way, every aspect keep tomorrow in mind and do today. If tomorrow is not kept in mind, not planned for tomorrow, and today is destroyed. Destroyed because you are not keeping some goal in mind. When the goal is not there in mind, mind desires. Desires become the goals. In this way, we can help ourselves. Clear? Now, after these two thoughts, now, and this thought is so relevant that on this convocation day in the Gurukula, while sending the disciples, Guru is teaching the Dharma Jignasa to the disciples. Means what? What exactly every day, every moment, in every occasion, they have to do and what they should not do. So that in spite of all the outer influences, he is protecting his dignity. He is definitely progressing spiritually, and all is existing non positive go away. New things are not collected. Then you will remain or develop to be more qualified for the Tattva or Brahma Vidya or Atma Vidya. Point one. Point two, this type of instructions which are given of do's and don'ts, when they are practiced by everybody, then their mutual staying becomes synergy to help both of them. The opposite of this, if one person does wrong, it affects him, the other also. But if both of them do wrong, both are destroying each other. For example, Satyam Vada. If I speak Satya, at least I am saved. If I don't speak Satya, I am destroyed. If you also along with me speak Satya, both of them are saved. If both of us are not speaking Satya, Satyanash. In the instructions given by the Shruti Mata, there's this beautiful, what do you say, blossoming, like when a flower blossoms. We generally say the flower blossom, but then in that every petal is blossoming. Then only the blossomed flower gives that beauty. Is it not? Whether you consider every petals or not, you see it or not, but in it, the total flower is beautiful because of the blossoming of every petal itself with the neighboring petals with the total flower. And that flower with the other flowers of the tree. Is it not? And the entire tree in coordination with other trees in that bagicha. And such bagichas, as many are there in the town, such towns as many are there in the nation. Such nations in the world, such worlds in the universe. It starts from one petal's beauty. So, in this way, the instructions given are for my own protection from myself, my own protections from the world, and I am not troubling the world, and world is helped by me. In that way, everyone leaves it. Problems won't come. Then where is the need of solving them? जैसे मैं झूठ बोला तभी आपको दिक्कत होगा ना, फिर आप मुझसे लड़ोगे, नहीं जीतोगे तो फिर आप भी झूठ बोलना शुरू करोगे. दिस आर ऑल प्रॉब्लम बिकॉज मैंने झूठ बोला और सत्य बोल दिया तो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व. प्रॉब्लम नेवर क्रॉप्स अप. So this is how the very intricate things will be there in all these practices, which whether we know it or not, sorts out many problems by not allowing them to even crop up. This is the most beautiful. I told you now, preventive therapy, curative therapy, it is immunization, it is energizing. All are there in the spiritual instructions. Already problem hai, वो निकल जाएगा. Curative. Preventive, new problem, it will not allow to come. Then you are given strong immunity, strength. Strength is different, immunity is different. Prevention is different, curing is different. This type of lifestyle makes individuals that way grown. That's the beauty of rishis and shastra. Their speech or their instructions are not isolated or at one single place. Like some religions, not for isolated. Hinduism is for everyone. So too, these type of mantras are for everyone and total and every type of growth and evolution. Okay. Now, what so far we have seen in the Sambandha Bhashya as well as the Bhashya for the first line was Vedamanucha Charyonte Vasena Manushasti. Up to this, if you see, the essence is what? Ki, theoretically, before the Brahma Jnana dawns in us, as a qualification for that, to get the Antakarana Shuddhi, we have to do Shrauta Smarta Nitya Karma Niyata Rupena as Anusthana Kartavya. Point 1. Therefore, Anushasti. And then, because of the word used by Shruti as Anushasti, if the Anushasana Atikrama is done, then it leads to the dosha. Dosha both individual and total, gross as well as subtler. That is why it's called Anushasana. Why traffic Anushasanam? It's not just thought in the mind, imagined. The traffic Anushasanam is to cater to every individual's non-accident and smooth ride. True to total traffic's non-accident and smooth ride. That is why the Anushasanas of the traffic. In the same way, everywhere. So to hear the Anushasana Atikramana say, you will be losing yourself and you will be traveling in the total. You will travel the total also, and total eliminates you. 4 ways problem. So Anushasana Atikrame dosha. This is what the Sambandha Bhashya Saramsha. Then the first line, Veda Manuchacharyonte Vasana Manushasте. What is the essence of that? Very important. What is that? After teaching all the Grantha and Shastra to the disciple, Guru, before he sends the disciple into the world, so to the disciple, before he leaves the Gurukula to enter in the world, through the Dharma Jignasa, he must thoroughly understand every moment what exactly to be done in any type of situation. With that full preparation, maximum preparation, he must go. 1 or 2 places where your preparation is not helpful because the situation is new, even to that also the answer is given. Even the wise people are there around, take their guidance or do what they did, what they do. Like this complete Dharma Jignasa, we should have. See, that alone protects, and that is there, the capacity to have the Dharma Jignasa is in our intellect. Our intellect is capable of having clear picture of what to do, how to respond to the world. But we have not used it. We have not used in such an extent that we need not create all the knowledge. That knowledge how to respond is fully already given in our Shastra. अब उस ऑलरेडी रेडीमेड शास्त्र में लिखा हुआ बात को सुनकर समझने वाला प्रयत्न भी हम अपने बुद्धि से नहीं करते हैं. Therefore, naturally, when we don't know exactly what to do at every situation, we exactly do what not to do. Then will it not create problem? खुद को भी सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है. All the gurus, rishis have given to us in the shastra. It is ready-made, packed, but गरम करके खाना है बस. आजकल का फूड आता है रेडीमेड, बस गरम करो खाओ, कुछ बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है. Here also, just do little inquiry and be convinced. That's called garam karna. Practice it. That's called khana. So the sentence was what? ki ataha avagamyate. Therefore, this is a conclusion understood. What is that? Adhita Vedasya. Adhita Veda means who has studied Veda. In that Veda, Karma Kanda is there, Upasana is there for any of the materialistic prosperity. In the Veda, Vedanta also is there, which talks about the Brahma Tattva. Yeah, both put together is called Veda. Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda for this world and other worlds who can comfort. Then Vedanta for the Brahma Jnana Moksha. दोनों मिलकर वेद. Even after doing that, yet we should have the third thing called as Dharma Jignasa. Upasana and Yajna is Kamya Karmas. You want something. Upanishad Vedanta is for Brahma Tattva and Moksha. But these are not the only two things which you have to do in the world. There is third thing. How you have to respond to the world, how you have to involve in the world. Which is not karma, not upasana, not Vedanta. It's called dharma. Therefore, dharma jignasa also has to happen to us. Jignasa means pakka knowing when these situations come, how I have to respond. So, therefore, avagamyate adita vedasya dharma jignasam akrutva. Akrutva gurukulat na samavartitavyam iti. Unfinished product should not be sent out. In all those medicines and even the drinkables, eatables, it is written, एक पैकेट लीकिंग है आप खरीदना मत, वापस दे देना. So what is the meaning of it? It should be properly packed or sealed. Then only it should go into market. So a finished product only should be sent into market. Unfinished will not add to beauty, it will only add to the ugliness. See the glory of this Upanishad if we have the heart. Observe and understand how consciously it is taking care. Now from this standpoint, you know how intelligent must be our rishis and how wondrous are our Vedanta or Veda or Upanishads and our culture. Dharma jignasa karke hi, and in that dekho, and in this, the Satyavada Ityadi mein, as I told already, how you have to behave with yourself, with your parents, with your athitis, with your elders, with the relations, with the society, in your profession, with your boss, सारे चीजें आ गए. ये कुछ चीज छूटा ही नहीं. Toward your own next generation कैसा जीना है, everything is taught. Only thing the disciple has to remember all these convocation. That's it. Then he implements. He should implement. That's it. He is fully safe. जैसे बेल्ट वेल्ट लगा के कार चलाना होता है, ऑल दिस जैकेट स्वेटर्स पहन कर ही बाहर जाना होता है, ग्लव्स एटसेट्रा इन द पीक विंटर. सेम वे when we enter into the world, not only the two, the third also we must know. What is the two? Through the Upanishad Jnanam, I have to get the Atmanubhuti and Moksha. Before that, through Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, if at all any desires are there, fulfill and throw them away. Along with these two, every day I must know what exactly I have to do, Dharma Jignasa, so that my Yajna Upasana are not disturbed, nor my Vedanta spirituality is forgotten. इट इज सो सिंपल. देखो मुझे उपासना यज्ञ करके भगवत कृपा से बहुत मुझे धन वगैरह पाना है और वेदांत पढ़ के मुझे ब्रह्म ज्ञान पढ़ना है. बट आई हैव डन सच ए बैड थिंग ऑफ चोरी वोरी. आई वाज पुट इन द जेल. अब देखो जेल में गया तो ना ये कर सकता ना वो कर सकता. सो दिस क्राइम वॉट एवर आई हैव डन टुक मी टू जेल हैज बिकम एन ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन फॉर माई दीज परस्यूट्स ऑफ दिस एंड दैट. कुछ भी हो, चोरी किया हो, डकैती किया हो, किसी को चीट किया हो, कुछ भी फ्रॉड. सो दिस कॉल्ड धर्म जिज्ञासा. लिव इन सच ए वे दैट योर अदर मेन गोल्स आर नॉट डिस्टर्ब्ड. थिंक अबाउट इट. Not only outside, I said. It's outer side, I did a crime. If I am known, I will be put in jail. Whether I am put in jail or not known to, I know I have done a crime inside, then that itself is jail to me. Inner jail. By being in the inner jail, I can't do the upasana, the yajna, the dhyana, कहाँ होगा? Think about it. This is what he says. So buddha karmani kurvita. This is what. You are human being. You have the buddhi. So you must know with the buddhi which karma to be done, what time exactly. You can never have a vagueness. Okay. Now with this, the whole Upanishad mantra starts of the convocation in which the dharma jignasa is fulfilled by the Guru by giving more than 15 instructions to every of the disciple how they have to conduct when they go out. Neither they are empty that अरे गुरु ने हमको नहीं कहा करके, nor Guru regretting यार भेज तो दिया but I have not taught them. No, Guru is happy here along with Jnanam. I also gave them dharma jignas. Disciples also thank you to Guru. He not only taught us the goal, all of that, he also gave us how to live every moment so that we are safe, fulfilling. Okay, और इसमें कि हम दो देख चुके हैं. First one is what? Satyam vada. We have talked about it. Satyam, oral truth, it is one. Second is intellectual courage of conviction. Means what? You used intellect, you analyzed, you understood about something correct, authentic. Then, while practicing that, having the courage to practice that conviction. It is called as Satyam. What Bhagavan Shankara gave us the Bhashyam, Satyam is Yatha Pramanam Avagatam Vaktavyam Satyam. Yatha Pramanam Avagatam and Vaktavyam. सत्य है तो भी, फायदा है तो ही बोलना. नुकसान है तो नहीं बोलना. सत्य है. So that is the intricacies we have to understand. You know, it is true, but it is, how can the truth give? Satyameva jayate, you told no. That is the higher Satyam. Is it not? Like I told you, somebody is chasing somebody to murder, then he hidden and he asked you. So the higher Satyam is what? You have to protect a jiva. That jayati. And that for that marks is given. That fellow came and asked you where this fellow has hidden. You have not told the truth. You have lied. Therefore, you will be punished. ऐसा नहीं होता है. You will be rewarded. Even though you spoke untruth there, but you saved a life. This is higher. Therefore, you are given a reward only. That's the meaning of Satyameva Jayati. Jayate, higher Satyam. So, Yatha Shastra, sorry. Very clear. Yatha Pramanam, then Avagatam, Yatha Pramana Avagatam, then Vaktavyam is Shastra. Is called Satyam. In that we have seen everything yesterday. Yatha Pramana Avagata means with what Pramanas you came to know, tell that Pramana also to whom you are speaking. Don't manipulate the Pramana because it creates untruth from your side. It will create a problem there. It is like in chemistry laboratory. You did a combination of some chemicals, some precipitation came. So that precipitation came out. So you have mentioned about it. Now, how did that precipitation came out? I mixed this acid, that base. Should you write exactly that one, or you can say anything? यथा प्रमाण जो अवगत हुआ, आपको हाइपोथेसिस में वही लिखना है ना. Therefore, these many ounces of this many ounces of this, under this catalyst, if it is mixed, this the precipitation comes out. यथा प्रमाणम लिखना है कि जो आप चाहते हो लिखते हो. Then the other fellow who experiments, following your thesis, he will only come under some accident because गलत चीज लिखा आपने. What exactly you experimented, like even in medicine में, यथा प्रमाणम, whatever experiments they have done, according to that what results they got, exactly that only they have to write. Outcome they are writing, but not यथा प्रमाणम. कि उन्होंने जिन जिन सॉल्ट्स को मिक्स करके जो एंटीबायोटिक बाहर निकाला, वही लिखना है ना. और कुछ लिखा तो And if it is followed by some other company, then in the medicine, poison only will come out to kill people. यथा प्रमाण अवगतम वक्तव्यम. Hmm. Why? Because in a subtle level, like आंखों से देखा, यथा प्रमाणम. You told, tell मैंने आंखों से इतना देखा हूँ, but उसके पीछे क्या था नहीं पता. Like somebody beating someone. आंखों से क्या देखा? He is beating. You tell that. But why is he beating? Do you know? So your pramana is not complete there. Only you say he is beating. Then you say he is a culprit because he has beaten. But that stupid fellow might have done so many crimes and all. Like in every house, the mother and father beat the children. बचपन में मजा आता था दे दनादन. एवरी हाउस नेबरहुड में हर दिन सुबह साउंड उठता ही नहीं था. तो वी सी द पेरेंट्स बीटिंग चिल्ड्रन. दैट इज यथा प्रमाण. But there is this pramana is not ultimate to decide whether her beating or mother or father's beating is correct or not. The reason this fellow did some crime, did not study well, was lazy, so he deserves it. That's why we can see, no, कि क्यों मार रहे हो उसको? You talk emotionally. Then she tells, क्यों this नालायक ने पैसे चोरी की? ऐसा है क्या? और दो मार, और दो लगा देना. We only support because the pramana changed, then the satyata changed there. Is it not? You ask, अरे भाई अरे मार क्यों रहे भाई उनको? Then he tells you this did. ऐसा है क्या? You also go and join to give to. You understand how the need of yatha pramanam to save the situation. Because people will take your speech as authority. Therefore, at the higher level, we become sinner if wrong pramana we give. And nobody of the worldly affairs can say that they know it completely. They only have to say tentatively. मैंने देखा उससे ज़्यादा मैं नहीं जानता हूँ. मतलब उससे ज़्यादा जानने का और कुछ है. मैंने सुना उससे ज़्यादा नहीं जान. मैंने पढ़ा उससे ज़्यादा नहीं जानता हूँ. बस. You can never say मैंने देखा करके. Because you only have देखा. उसके पीछे क्या है? How do you know? So, in this way, yatha pramanam avagatam vaktavyam chet. Vaktavyam means what? Save yourself, protect yourself. In that, what you see? Satyavadame, you have spoken what your pramanas have given you. More than that, you are not giving extra weightage, nor you are taking extra responsibility. Like I am teaching you from Shankara Bhashyam. यथा प्रमाणम शंकर भगवान के भाष्य के अनुसार मैं आपको बता रहा हूं. Not I am taking responsibility in my head, nor I am insisting you more. Therefore, you must listen or understand. And it's all in your hand. यथा प्रमाणम अवगतम. अवगतम understood. यथा प्रमाणम अवगतम एव वक्तव्यम चेत वक्तव्यम. Okay. सत्यम वद यथा प्रमाण अवगतम वक्तव्यम च वद. वक्तव्यम च वद is very important. कि as much it is important to speak if it's going to save the situation, so much important it is not to speak if it is not going to help. Conversely, as much it is important not to speak if it is saving the situation, so much important to speak also if it saves situation. That's called satya. वक्तव्य मीन्स दोनों. नहीं बोलना है तो नहीं बोलना है. उतना इंपॉर्टेंट है वो. उतना इसी तरह बोलना है तो जरूर बोलना. बिकॉज दी सेंसिटिविटी क्या होता है ना इश्यू का. मेनी टाइम नॉट स्पीकिंग ऑल्सो इज अ प्रॉब्लम. Like we don't raise our voice in favor of Hinduism. Then see, neither the constitution is changing, nor the government's plannings are changing, nor the human Indians' mind is changing. Because nobody is speaking. बोलना चाहिए ना. Hinduism is great, grand, glorious, and it is the universe-saving religion. Therefore, make at least India to begin with the Hindu nation, so that whole world become Hindu later on, not fanatically. But because in Hinduism we have ultimate goal indicated and the universal togetherness is indicated, and every individual's prosperity ke liye the margadarshanam is given at an individual level or group level. Any mistakes are done, what are the punishments, rectifications, all the things are given. What a constitution writes in it for a nation is there in our Hindu Sanatana Dharma Shastra. The constitution only can cater to 50 years, 100 years, 200. Again, it has to change. But the scriptural constitution is only one way you can reject is by rejecting it. Otherwise, it is not rejectable. In its all the principles are eternal, like these principles. How many हजार साल पहले सत्यवदा धर्मम चरा कहा होगा? How many हजार साल पहले ब्रह्म विद्या कहा होगा? How many हजार साल पहले यश्चंदसा वृषभो आवहंति वितन्वाना? Can they be changed or improved or anything? No, you can only deny out of your ashraddha. Then you are at loss. So they are eternal principles. Outer situation, how much it changes, but these values of our Shastra, Hinduism, are applicable for the universe and for individual. Therefore, we should raise the voice. But if we don't speak that Satyam loudly, nobody knows it. Then in the place of the Satya, the Asatya takes position. What is Asatya? Those people making constitution who don't have the scriptural spiritual vision and who have only narrow vision and biased. Either than scriptural way of thinking, even 20 people who come together and make something, it will not be perfect. It may be good, but not perfect. That's why you see, constitution abhi tak 200 amendment ho gaye, but in scriptures there is no amendment. They're always true. Anyway, idea is what? Ki vaktavyam chet means what? You have to be so matured and sincere, sensitive to know to speak or not, even though it is understood that it is truth. But what is the truth or satyam? Yatha shastra, yatha pramana avagatam. And that pramana you can say, मैंने मेरे गुरु ने कहा या शास्त्र में वहाँ लिखा है या कान से सुना आंख से देखा और दट बंदे ने मुझे बताया. All that. And even yatha pramanam can be our own, I imagine, I think, but not necessarily it is correct. Saying that it is my opinion also is yatha pramanam. Therefore, you are free. You are telling it's my opinion. You are not insisting on that. The only religion in the universe which tells opinions without insistence is Hinduism. Everybody don't tell the opinion and leave. They say, ये मेरा commandment है, करो या मरो. Nobody should think further about it, improve upon, कुछ नहीं, हमें freedom होता है. This freedom brings them to same conclusion. In other place, there is a commandment followed by the fanaticism that leads to the criminality and cruelty. Even on the truth, the fanaticism makes it criminal. Because the fanaticism itself is wrong. What is the other thing of that? Give freedom. My opinion. You make it yours. You think. Experiment karo, jano, jo bhi hai. So, Satyam Vada, clear. Then Dharmam Chara is a big subject. We have not explained it exhaustively. But this much let us know. The final Dharma for all of us is to know the Paramatma. Never compromise with that. And then next Dharma for all of us is to know Paramatma. You have to remove the avidya and avidya janita, all the vasanas, ahankara from the bosom. Therefore, that becomes our second dharma. The third dharma is what? For that, who teaches us everything is Guru and Shastra. Therefore, going to Guru, surrendering to him, studying Shastra become third dharma. But why are we not going to Guru, not studying Shastra, etc.? Because of the too much of involvement in the unnecessary things of the world. Therefore, in the world, we only have to do only those things which are sanctioned according to our Varna Ashrama Dharma. Anything extra do, you will have to undo it one day, and that time is wasted. That way it will go on continuing. You will never get the time to go to the Guru. See, earlier days क्या होता था, अपना प्रोफेशन सब घर में दिन भर करके 6 बजे आ गए और मंदिर में बैठकर सत्संग सुनते थे. वर्णाश्रम धर्म एंड पारमार्थिक धर्म. No problem. Now you see, neither we follow our varnashram dharma, and with the desires unnecessarily involved in so many things, time energy is consumed in that. Never go to the Guru to listen about Paramatma and all, so that the Vidya Jnanam never goes away, Vidya and Tattva is never seen. So therefore, what is Dharmam Chara? वर्णाश्रम के अनुसार मात्र जीते हुए, नया कुछ ऐड नहीं करना और इसको किए बिना भी नहीं रहना. Then the remaining time, go to the Guru to listen the Jnanam, to remove Ajnanam and establish the truth. Be clear about this Dharmam Chara. And all other Dharmam, the Pati Dharma, the Patni Dharma, the Putra Dharma, the Mitra Dharma, all of them also have to be fulfilled there. That is why Dharma is a Samanya Shabda, Satya is a Vishesha Shabda. That's what he said yesterday, Sana. Ki Tadvat Dharmam Chara, Dharma iti Anushtheyanam Samanya Vachanam. Anushtheyanam Samanya Vachanam means what? Dharma is such an Anusthana. Samanya means what? Everywhere you have to do it. Satya kya hai? Whenever you are called to the court, then only you have to speak Satya. Or any of the such occasion is there. एंड इन सत्यम जैसे 3 लोगों ने देखा, तो 2 लोग भी बोल सकते हैं, इवन इफ यू डोंट टेल चलता है. बट इन द धर्म ऐसा नहीं होता कि अदर्स आर डूइंग धर्म, आई कैन कॉम्प्रोमाइज. इट इज आई हैव टू डू धर्म ऑल द टाइम. दैट्स व्हाट सामान्य मीन्स इन जनरल एवरीवेयर, बट अनुष्ठेय शुड बी प्रैक्टिस एज एन अनुष्ठान. बी अटेंटिव. सत्य मैं नहीं बोलूंगा ना तो मेरा ही नुकसान होता है, बट धर्म मैं नहीं करूं तो मेरा भी समष्टि का भी नुकसान होता है. धर्म इज डिसाइडेड डिपेंडिंग ऑन द टोटल. एंड इफ यू डोंट डू धर्म, समथिंग एल्स वी डू, देन व्हाट इज दैट अदर देन धर्म? इट इज अधर्म ओनली. सी, उस दिन हमने देखा ना 10 दिन पहले, इफ यू रिमेंबर इट, स्वामी, हाउ टू कम आउट ऑफ अधर्म? व्हाट अ सिंपल क्वेश्चन. डू धर्म, ऑटोमेटिकली इट गोes. How to come out of asatya? Speak satya automatically. How to come out of papa? Start doing punya automatically. How to stop abuses? Use divine language. So how to stop hating others? Start loving. So simple, but then it is so difficult for us to understand this simplicity. Because we look somewhere for some complicated solution. है ना, स्वामी सुबह उठना है तो क्या करना? अबे सुबह उठना है तो सुबह उठना है, और क्या? क्लास में आए ना तो क्या करो? क्लास में आ जाओ. और इज देयर एनी अदर अल्टरनेटिव टू कम टू क्लास? क्या करूं मैं क्लास में आने के लिए? आ जाओ. देयर इज नो थिंकिंग रिक्वायर्ड. यू जस्ट कम, दैट्स इट. It's so simple, but we make complicated. Then with complicated, then we ask Guru. Then he'll have to say, you have avidya, you have maya, you have trigunas, you have vasana, you have so many. इतना झंझट only to waste time. जो करना है करो, जो नहीं करना ना करो, खत्म. क्या? धर्मम चरा हो गया. Now the third one is what? Swadhyayat ma pramadaha. This is the main mantra sentence. Bhagwan's Bhashyam we are seeing. Swadhyayat means adhyanat. Ma pramadaha. Pramadam ma karshihi. Swadhyayan ma pramadaha. This is the main sentence. So, स्वाध्याय का प्रमाद नहीं करना. What is pramada? Pramada makarshi, inadvertent. So, by any reasons, excuses, don't miss your everyday swadhyaya. And in last 2-3 years, if at all one good action we are doing is, we are every day doing our swadhyaya. If not, कि ये भी हमारे मन से चला जाता. And those who don't attend class, how much they are lost in the world in last 2.5 years, they even don't know. Not that we are not lost, but every day when you come to class, at least we are reminded of the goal. We are reminded of Paramatma. We are reminded of Kartavya. You know, ears are listening. How much we value it, that decides the further result. Is it not? Never ever have pramada of swadhyaya is the next sadhana. Swadhyaya is already said, no, adhyanam. In the we said, study, listen to the class, never miss the Vedanta class. I told you only one thing, I have to die. Then only you must stop coming to class. Till I am alive, you have to come only. Then you decide what to pray for me. Second, having gone to home, take out the book and study. That is sadhya. Then third, make your notes. Third swadhyaya. Fourth one, therefore, from this knowledge gained, what I have to apply to myself to change. This is called fourth स्वाध्याय. चारों हमको करने में प्रमाद नहीं करना चाहिए. And it's a continuous process. Because any day, anything can derail us. Again, we have to come on to the rail or track. हर दिन कंटिन्यूसली लगातार. सो इतना काफी है इसका. अध्ययनम, सो अध्यायात मीन्स अध्ययनात्, मा प्रमदः मीन्स प्रमादम, मा कार्षीः. And we told you the inner pramadas are our carelessness, negligence, our non-valuing our shastra, our teacher. These are all the reason by which pramada happens. Like some of the people, why they come, which day they come, which day they don't come, only God knows. Where they are doing pramada. And you, four of you, or maybe five of you, you are not allowing any pramada. लेफ्ट टू यू ऑल्सो यू कैन से थोड़ा ज़्यादा खाओ रात में तो सुबह रात ज़्यादा लेट उठो हो गया. हाउ मच टाइम इट टेक्स टू गिव अप कमिंग टू क्लास? नथिंग. 2 घंटे ज़्यादा सो जाओ और टेक योर टीवी में देखो योगासन करना या जॉगिंग करना. यू कैन हैव मिलियन थिंग्स टू डू टू अवॉइड क्लास. But you have to avoid million things to come to class. So you have done it means you are registered by the Shruti Mata, your name. अच्छा, ये लोग रेगुलर बिना प्रमाद क्लास में आ रहे हैं तो लेट मी फी सम मोर डेज एंड आई विल ब्लेस देम. Self created pramadas and other created pramadas, how intelligently you have to negotiate. Okay, so adhyaya, coming to class. And then if one day we have missed our class, is we are so insincere and what to talk, I can't use any bad language, because not only the live class is there but the recorded also is there. If you can't live the live, any time of the day you can listen to recording na. Not like earlier days कि उस दिन का क्लास छूट गया, अरे यार अब मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ. अब तो दिन भर अवेलेबल है आपको. इवन एक साल पिछले साल का जो नहीं सुना, इवन नाउ यू कैन लिसन. Even now you have not listened means from 1 year you are doing pramada. So देखो, it's only a pramada. Like for me, not conducting class is only pramada. Why should, how can I be? Let us not do that. And as I told you, the excuses come where both दिन से सुन रहे हैं, बोल रहे थक गए, अब कुछ दिन ब्रेक देंगे. This is called Maya. इतने दिन से सुन रहे हैं, have I established in theory? Am I doing my sadhana? That is the one positive thinking. It helps. Like this is what we had our introduction today. For tomorrow, what to do today? And am I applying everything on myself? इस तरह का दृष्टि नहीं है ना, तो let me give a break, let me take a chance. How? What break? What chance now? This is Mahamaya. People are not understanding it. Therefore, without consulting Guru, they take their decisions and they themselves go away from the teacher. गुरु से दूर गए तो गुरु परंपरा से दूर हो गए, तो गुरु तत्व से दूर हो गए, तो शास्त्र से दूर हो गए, तो शास्त्रोक्त लक्ष्य से दूर हो गए, तो लक्ष्य जो परमात्मा है उनसे दूर हो गए. See, the two intelligent people. One fellow is what? He knows कि if you tell ask Swami कि can I miss the class, he will beat me and tell that should not miss. Therefore, better not to go to him even to ask, go away from class. The other fellow says, कि यार if I ask him to, anyway will tell me to attend class. There's no option, so why ask him attend? First fellow intelligently destroyed himself. Other fellow intelligently helped himself. दोनों का दिमाग काम किया. पहले वाला कहता है यार मना करेगा, पूछे क्यों, बिना पूछे गायब हो जाओ क्लास से। अदर फेलो सेज यार मना, छुट्टी नहीं देंगे वो, तो पूछ के क्या फायदा, आ जाओ क्लास में। इज इट नॉट? हाउ वी कैन चीट आवरसेल्व्स? प्रमाद की बात कह रहा हूं मैं, हाउ डू वी डू प्रमाद? एंड रिमेंबर इट्स सो सिंपल, every day to the buddhi the khurak has to be given regarding the ultimate goal. If that is not given, kamzor padega. Then the mind defeats the buddhi. Then you live life according to the mind's whims and senses attraction. The body's laziness. Then everything in the world becomes important. That is called the entire medhaya pihitaha. अब देखते देखते you will forget that you were once upon a time coming to class regularly, listening to Upanishad and evening class. You will even forget everything. हाँ, देन बुरे सपना था स्वामी जी, मैं आपके क्लास में आता था, अब उससे बाहर आ गए मैं। एक सपना था, एक सदमा था कि मैं क्लास में आता था, अब मैं हकीकत में जी रहा हूँ। देखो स्वामी जी कितना बड़ी ज़िंदगी है, एक काम करो आप भी सत्संग छोड़ को आ जाओ, घूमने चलते। प्रमाद। That is why danger is what, when you look the people of the world and worldliness, we get tempted, we get attracted, we get misguided. That's why andhe naiva niyamana yathanda. The only two people who have opened eye, one you yourself, second is your guru. All others are andhe, don't follow them. Everybody is andha in this world who is not keeping Paramatma as goal. Intellectual andhapan. Then you can't blame them later on. If they say, why did you misguide me? Who told you to follow me? They'll say, nobody misguides us. We only get misguided. Why should we go? नहीं करना प्रमाद स्वाध्याय से. Now you understand, with 2.5 years vigorous listening only, rigorous, that only little of we understood. Then how much effort we have to do, how long we have to do, become more convinced. Instead of that way getting inspired, for any of the reason, even this also we give up. So अध्याय से हम प्रमाद करें, then we'll go back to the same old ruts. You are interested, go. Who can stop you? Like, am I stopping some of you who are irregular, insincere? I can't. Nobody will stop. Even God will not stop. He is your life ultimately. इसीलिए कहते हैं उद्धरेद आत्मनात्मान, खुद को मेहनत, एंड यू कांट डू योर उद्धार, गुरु एंड गॉड ओनली डज, बट गिविंग देम चांस टू डू अवर उद्धार इज अवर उद्धार. One of the thing is swadhyayanma pramadaha. Not even one day without our listening to Vedanta Upanishad Tattva along with some Bhakti Shastra and studying at home at least 2 or 3 pages and little thinking. ये सब स्वाध्याय में आता है कि okay, today what application of the knowledge I did on myself, what change I have done, thoda sa. In this way we grow. And this way when you do for some lives, then in the last life, final life क्या होता है कि totally the Shastra Jnanam and according to that living, and everything becomes clear in that life. You will just meditate as the Shastra tells about the self, you will realize. और उससे पहले सारा कचरा साफ करने के लिए, कन्विक्शन पाने के लिए, कंसिस्टेंसी पाने के लिए, नो प्रमाद ऑफ स्वाध्याय. क्लियर? स्वाध्यायात मा प्रमदः, स्वाध्यायात अध्ययनात मा प्रमदः, प्रमादम मा कार्षीहि. हो गया. नौ आचार्याय प्रियम धनम आहृत्य. दिस इज द नेक्स्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन गिवन. सत्यम वद, धर्मम चर, स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः, त्रिविसा. फोर्थ वन, आचार्याय प्रियम धनम आहृत्य. There's a big subject. I'll not take time today. हो गया ना? तो इतना है कि in the most beautiful ancient Indian system of Gurukula, the gurus never charged the disciple for any education or even livelihood. फ्री में जाके बच्चे गुरुकुल में रहते हैं, उनका खाना पीना सारा जो है गुरु ही देखते थे. during the study period. Free, because the child's mind should not be distracted. Stay free, food free. The clothing is free, education is full free. But the rule is what? Nothing should be taken free. Then what to do? Once you have studied, then you have gone out. When you got the profession there, and definitely you get the profession because you studied so well in the Gurukula, and Guru also taught you all perfections. Without delay, you get job. When you get the job, the first thing you have to do is what? That Guru, because of who's giving the knowledge, you got the job. You have to give him the due dakshina as asked by him, not when you are in Gurukula. And Guru never demands. Shruti Mata's order it is. Therefore, what was the system in the olden days? Gurukul में जो फिलहाल पढ़ रहे हैं, for them everything is free. But after padai, when they go into society and start earning, those individuals support or sponsor these Gurukulas. Not during. During to free, you are not distracted. Later on, therefore, everyone get their job. 1%, 2%, 5%, they give to the Acharya. For the Guru, for the Gurukula running only. Then this next generation again coming out, no? Then they will again support for some time. Not that they have to support throughout life. Because so much is not required. Jitna required hai, ab Guru every year is sending children out. Or every 2 years, 5 years. So therefore, let them serve 5 years, then they can stop. Those who are resourceful, you can sponsor for all the time. Anyway, the point is what? Nothing should be taken free, including the Upasana, Guru Bhagavan's Krupa as well as Guru Krupa. Bhagavan Krupa is cleared by all the Upasanas. Guru Krupa cleared by Acharyaya Priyam Dhanam. Not what you want to give. What he says, that alone you have to. Whatever makes him pleased. Pleased means what? उनको आश्रम चलाने की जो जरूरत है वो मांगेंगे या whatever he has got. Like the Pandavas, when they learned from Dronacharya, what he said, though it was not correct or correct, हमको नहीं पता. That is a different platform to discuss. But he said, I want that Drupada to be tied and brought. Yeah, the Pandavas went, defeated Drupada, the king who has insulted Dronacharya. Acharya, they were in same Gurukula. When Drona became, both of them grow, Drona went there for his livelihood. Brahmana, kuch naukari do mujhe Brahmana. He denied what childhood friend I don't know. He insults. Then Drona want that Guru Daksha. He wanted that. He want to clear off his heart of that anger and vengeance. These are all Vyavahara. And then the Rona, Dhrutada also does a big yajna in that only Sankalpa is I want to have a child who will kill Drona. Then Drushtadumna is born out of it. Draupadi also came out of yajna and then she became wife of Pandava. Bada story. That's all not required here. Guru. Like Sandipani Guru, he did not ask, but the wife asked, bring back my child. Priyam dhanam ahrati. Acharyaya priyam. Not what you want to give. Clear? And for me, what I want, nothing but do the prachar of these classes so that more people get benefit. Usse zyada, nothing I want. If at all something, that is your own personal sadhana and growth. Nothing. And whatever Guru Parampara, Gurudev wants, for all of us, Acharya is Gurudev only. What is Priyam Dhanam to him? Basic Priyam Dhanam is sadhana swadhyaya at the monetary level, whatever required once in a while, helping out. So it is the responsibility of those who have gone out of Gurukula to support that Gurukula system with their resources so that Guru doesn't get that worry tension of यार चलाने के लिए नहीं हो रहा है कुछ. If the support is not there, then the Gurukulas and systems get closed. Then there is nobody to teach, nobody to learn. Then again, barbaric age we go to. Barbaric or barbaric. Both are same. Acharyaya priyam dhanam. Okay, ahritya. So here he says Acharyaya means Acharyartham. Priyam means Ishtam. Dhanam ahritya means Aniya Datva. Why? Vidya Nishkrayartham. Vidya Nishkrayartham, that you got such a great Vidya from him, वो वाला ऋण चुकाने के लिए. Okay. With ऋण चुकाने. And there are some acharyas who say, like in my case, we say, you are never indebted to me because I am not giving anything belonging to me. It's all Rishim Paramparas. Therefore, all those to come to my classes, anywhere in past, present, and future, because of listening all the class from me, I myself am declaring publicly now that nobody is indebted to me. Pakka. नो गुरु कैन से कि किसी से आपने पैसे लिया वो माफ कर सकता है ना, बिना दिए भी कर सकते हैं. 50,000 ले आओ मैं, यार नॉट एबल टू पे, ठीक है मैंने माफ कर दी, देन यू नॉट पे. सो दैट राइट दैट पर्सन हैज गॉट. सो आई डोंट नो समाचार समाज आई एम, मैं तो कह रहा हूँ नो बडी इंडेटेड. यू ऑल हु आर कमिंग फ्रॉम 2.5 years, यू आर नॉट इंडेटेड. इफ यू से दैट आई एम इंडेटेड, अब बताओ मैं क्या करूँ. बट यू आर नॉट आचार्य, therefore that is not allowed. But I can feel that gratitude inside. Your regularity is helping me to study and talk. That I my as a sannyasi, my debts are cleared only by giving upadesha and prayed for praying the Lord for your well-being. I can do so many things if you say, but then that will create a sin to you. Because sadhaka sannyasi को हमें divert नहीं करना चाहिए. That also must be known. And each of us have the runa to the Rishi Parampara. I am clearing that from my side. And it will continue. Even after knowing the self, we do the same job of giving the guidance according to Shastra so that everybody becomes clear. This is the goal, this is how it is to be reached. Okay. Now the next point is what? After giving the dakshina etc. to the Guru, next stage kya hai life mein? All this again I am telling tomorrow, system. Ki prajatantum vyavachhetsi. Then take Acharya's permission, go get married, enter into that householder's life, then continue the progeny, send them to Gurukula so that they also again study. That is what the next one, Prajatantumma Vivachetsi. This is one set of instruction. Then Satyana Pramatavyam Dharmana Bhutena, this second one. Then Matre Devava Pitrudeva, that's the third set of the instructions. Then the next mantra में जो आता है ना कि यान्यवनद्यानि कर्माणि, that is one set. Then atha idite karma vichikitsa, this one. In this way the 6 sets of instructions of 3 4 5 3 4 5 ऐसे दिए गए हैं. So we have seen 4. Satyam vada, dharmam chara, swadhyayan ma pramadah, acharyaya priyam dhanam ahrutya. Tomorrow we'll see Prajatantum Mavayochetsi. Again Satyanna. Why used second time? Pramavitavyam Dharmanna. The most beautiful thing is Kushalanna Pramavitavyam. Then Swadhyaya Pravachanamya Na Pramavitavyam, Devapiturkaryabhyam Na Pramavitavyam. All of them this we'll see tomorrow. Then if time is there, Devan Matre Deva Piturdeva also tomorrow we'll see. Like that, what is said in the main mantra, what is said in Bhashya, grasping all of that while listening through the Upanishad and all, then keeping it in our own mind. Then, as we said in the introduction, Satyam Vada should hit my heart. I should now decide, today is Navaratra first day, Sharan Navaratri, from Aaj se main Yatha Pramana Avagatam Vaktavyam Satyam only I speak. Samanya Rupena Dharma, I do it as Anushtana. Then never ever give up my morning, evening classes, come what may. Even if I have to miss for some duty, I will listen it otherwise. But don't make listening class relaxedly as your right. I am not giving that right. Then that becomes a negative habit. I don't like. You listen personally direct. That's it. So मैं बाद में सुनना चाहती हूँ, If you decide I can't say no, therefore I permit. बाद में सुनो क्या सीधा सुनो पूछो सीधा सुनो, that's it. One to one listening always. Like that one Amma who was so regular in the beginning, never missing one class for 1.5 years. But she took permission ki I can listen online and it has become a right. Then what happens? Even this is a convenience, they don't come live. Life is life. Then you are listening to your ego, not to the Guru. Those who cannot come once in a while, live, for them the recording. To catch up is recording, not to take it as right. That's so even it's convenience, no, they don't come. हो गया फिर अब that एक बार हो गया तो once it is practiced and it become habit, it becomes right. Then they justify it. मैं सुन रहा हूँ ना स्वामी, then I can't talk, no. गुरु को ना अधिकार दिया तो अधिकार दिखाते हैं, नहीं दिया तो चुप हो जाते हैं. So what is the meaning of her saying, or anybody who are कि I am listening your class offline, so I should take her photo and put there and do पूजा आरती and फूल माला डालो कि मैं आपकी मेहरबानी कर रही हूँ. You listen live. If at all one day you miss, then you catch up. That's how it should be. If you ask me, that's what I say. If you don't ask me, what I can say? That's the meaning of Swadhyaya and Ma Pramadaha. Om, 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 Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamada Purnameva Avashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Paramarushibhyo Namaha Parabrahmane Namaha Shrutimatre Namaha Vedvyas Vaishampanyagnivalkyadya Shankarad Gurubhyo Namaha Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you, Hari Om friends. What is the commitment for Navaratra? No commitment is the commitment. So, wow, great.